Had kind of a productive day today. Horrible day yesterday, trying to get stuff going. I really want these inserts in. These little, I think I talked to you guys about peaches and cream. And so I thought I'd do this little video just because whenever you look on YouTube or anything, everybody's stuff is always perfect. So I had to tell you a little bit about my story today. By the way, this is going to be the little walnut insert that sits inside the neck of that thing. So when I get done, I'm going to cut a thing to make it heart shaped, right? Well, I want a walnut block to be in there. So that's what that is. So let me tell you my little story though. So yesterday was very frustrating on these little inlays. Trying to get straight edges on all this stuff was very challenging. And kind of my first time really with panels and stuff. I don't know about first, but my first foray into a whole lot of them. Because I've done some panels. Made myself a big giant piece of plywood here. But anyway, so this is how things work around my house. So got this all done, got everything set, got these at 90 degrees, got everything all glued up, spent several hours off and on today gluing pieces together, running them through the planer, getting them thickness planed, getting them set, and got out here with Cheryl and we put them on the Shopsmith, which is a flat edge because the plywood doesn't seem to be very flat. But anyway, got them on here for a flat edge, but the last time I glued on here, I pretty much glued everything almost to the edge. So that was my thinking. That was what I had before was the last time I glued these panels up, originally before I cut them up. I had glued them up on here and then had to almost ruin them trying to get them cleaned off from all the glue and everything. So that was on my head. So we put them up here. We got our little lines cut, drawn of what the shapes are. Got them up here, got them glued. That was perfect. Looked gorgeous. So what did I do? Well, I thought, I'll just move it from there to there. So I picked it up, and this is the way physics works in my house. I picked it up, and right about here, it came apart, fell on the ground, and broke in several little pieces. So I've got a crack right there. I've got a crack over here somewhere. Almost every section broke. And of course, it didn't break on the glue joints because those are really strong. It broke at wood grain. So actually, I think I've got one underneath here, crack underneath here. So then I had to repair those, re-glue those, and then wait until they cured enough, air quotes enough. And then Cheryl and I came out here and re-glued this whole panel again and just left it on here. So I did put wax paper on. Stupidly, I had wax paper over there. And if I just would have put that down, I would have been done. And I wouldn't have broke it. And it wouldn't have fallen apart. And I really have got to learn how to say good is good enough. And I struggle at that. And so should have just left it there. The funny thing is after I took it off and it broke, there was only like one little glue spot on the metal. That was it, just one. So that was kind of a calamity. Anyway, getting it back to where it needs to be. Luckily, this little part right here will end up going away. That's the only really visual crack. All the other cracks were actually on spots that I'm not going to keep anyway because all this is all going to be cut out. So anyway, got a lot of work to do tomorrow. This next week, got to get that cut out this next week. So this will be 3 inches thick. That's 5/8 inch thick. That'll put us just a little bit higher than the thickness of this, which is fine. But we got a lot of work to get to there. But hopefully, maybe by next weekend, we can sink that in and start setting our arrows around the edge. So anyway, I'll post this to Well, maybe to Facebook, but I'll post it to Instagram for sure. And then appreciate it.